So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Kanisha Kingsley. Make sure you subscribe. I'm on the road to 1K. And also make sure you comment on beginner stylist, anybody in a commission or booth rental salon, and anybody in a salon suite. Okay, so today I'm talking to beginner stylists, and really beginner stylists only. So should you choose a salon suite or should you choose a open concept salon, which usually is a booth rental salon or a commission salon? Now, starting off fresh as a baby in a salon, when I say baby, I mean like a baby in like the cosmetology field, you should choose an open concept salon. And here's why I feel that way. It's a busy atmosphere. Like, you'll get a great work ethic. I'm gonna say when I was in and I also, like, I have worked before I even start, I worked in a booth rental commission salon, I worked in a salon suite, and I am currently a salon owner. So I can give you perspective from like 3 ways and not just like 2 or just 1. So with a booth rental salon, it's a busy atmosphere, so you'll get a great work ethic. As far as when I was in a booth rental salon, the stylists I worked with, they was at the salon at 5 and 6 in the morning, and I was new in the hair field, so I was just like, why are y'all, like, we are, in my head I was like, we are our own bosses, like, we are our own bosses, like, why y'all waking up at 5 in the morning? A boss go to work when they want to go to work. And that's true, but that's not always the greatest thing. So I learned by and by, especially for Saturdays, if you want to be out the door by 12 and 1 o'clock and do something Saturday afternoon, you better get up at 5 or 6 in the morning to take your clients. Well, not you better, but it's best to wake up 5, 6 in the morning, get 3 to 4, maybe 5 clients out the way by 1 o'clock. And that's when that afternoon, 6, 7 o'clock, if y'all want to go out, whatever y'all can. And I'm going to say, my attitude when I first got to a booth rental salon was, I'm my own boss. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And guess who was the only person a lot of Saturdays in the salon till 11 p.m. at night because I wanted to come to the salon at 11 o'clock in the day? Me. So working in an open salon environment taught me great work ethic and just how to plan for your schedule. Like, it taught me that in a oh Lord, y'all, excuse me, in a salon suite, I probably would have been, I probably wouldn't have learned that for a little minute. Like, by and by, I probably would have learned it, like, oh, I'm tired of getting out here late. But it was more apparent when I was in a booth rental salon. Number 2, I chose a booth rental salon when I first began to do hair. It was because working around other stylists is a great way to learn. I learned a lot of the skills that I have I basically paid for it through my booth rent, but I didn't pay for it. I know the stylists today, as of 2023, they pay for everything. They pay to learn how to shampoo. They pay to learn how to comb. They pay to learn how to part. They pay to learn how to do a ponytail. Like, no, I don't like that, and I don't get with that. Like, by the time you get done paying for about all them 60 classes, because there's so many skills in the hair industry, like, when you get done paying for them 60 classes and you still don't have a license, you're gonna probably realize, like, oh, I should have probably got my license before I paid for all these classes. So around other stylists in the booth rental salon, you learn from the other stylists. Now, my first 2 salons, I'm gonna say, my first salon had about 6 stylists I learned from, and that's my second one had like 4. My next one had like, I think again, like 6 or 7. So between about 20 people, I learned a lot of skills, and they were excuse me, they were really willing to teach me anything they had learned. And that's just the type of environment I was in. Like, they taught me literally everything, and thank you guys. So that's why you should go to an open one. Like, the skill set that you will learn, priceless. And I also, like, my learning, the way I learn is by watching. So if I watch something, I can really get a hold to it, like, watch it, and that's when trying it, and that's when, as you do it more, you'll become more defined and relaxed in it, and you'll do, a great job. Let me see. I mean, the only really downside to a booth rental salon is to share a space. Like, I know a lot of people like, I want my own space, I want to do my own thing, and that's cool. You do that once you get established. And a booth rental salon will help you get established. They will send clients your way. Even when you're slow, like your salon to keep sending people to you. But when you're in a salon suite and you have to do everything on your own, you're responsible for that. Like, you're responsible for your advertisement, how you get some clients in the door, and whatever you renting from, like your landlord, like they're not responsible for that. And if you have a slow week or whatever, they still want their money. But if you're in a booth rental salon, like I grew up in, well, every salon is different, so I'm kind of speaking from my perspective. But when I was coming up in the salon industry, excuse me, y'all. So like I said, like when I was coming up, they sent me clients. Like, even when I was slow, like on my books, they be like, Chris, you couldn't tell somebody this week? Yes. Like, so that was great. Other stylists in the salon sending me clients even when I was slow. Like, my salon would send me people, so that would keep me afloat as well. And the biggest thing that really, this was way before booking websites too. Way before booking websites. So, we had a lot of walk-ins. Like, salons I worked in, we had a lot of walk-ins. So, people walking in, you was bound to get an appointment, especially on Saturdays, Fridays, Wednesdays. It was so many walk-ins, so like you technically didn't have to advertise. It was great that you did, but you really didn't have to. And this was also a time before Instagram was like how it is now. Like, you can advertise on Instagram. Like, it was, them walk-ins was life. So, and also still to this day, I still get walk-ins too. So walk-ins really will help, especially if you're in a booth rental salon. Them walk-ins, they help. And another, I'm gonna say the downside to working in a booth rental salon is worrying about the cleanliness of others. Like, that was like it was okay when I worked in like an all-female salon, but when I went to a mixed environment with men and women, yeah, I used to like hold my pee in. Like, oh, I don't want to say the P word, but I used to have to hold it in and like really like find like the nearest gas station and something. Like, sharing the bathroom with a man, oh my god, it was horrible. Like, that was horrible. Oh god, it was so horrible. Some days I just have to go in there and just clean the bathroom. Like, I could throw up right now, think about that thing. It was horrible. But yeah, so that's like the pros and cons of going to a booth rental salon. And now the pros and cons of going to a salon suite as a beginner. I'm gonna start with the pros. So the pros are, you can design your salon suite however you wanna design it. Excuse me. My very first salon suite, it was so old-fashioned. So I redid the floors, the curtains. If I could find me a little video, I'll put it up there. But I redid the, dang, I hope I still got it. Ooh, Lord, my knee. I redid the floors. Like, I just made that space mine, and it was beautiful. But more up-to-date salon suites, like the atmosphere, the walls and the floors, they're already done for you. Just come in and bring your little stuff, and maybe you could do wallpapers or whatever, but customizing your space is one of the reasons why people flock to salon suites. And that's just not that's not everything. Another reason people flock to salon suites is because like you feel more of like, I'm my own boss, like I'm a boss here. But honestly, it works better for people who are already established, who already have clientele, been in the business for like a little time. I'm not gonna put a time frame on it, but a little time, and they just like kind of got it a more of a well-balanced clientele and idea of the salon life. So let me see another thing. Sometimes a salon suite can be cheaper than a traditional salon. Okay, so sometimes, let me see. It just depends, really. Like, I guess it really depends on where you at. But sometimes a salon suite can just be cheaper. But the work you have to put into, like, running your business, I mean, you might as well pay that little extra. Let's say a salon suite might be $300 a month. but a traditional salon might be 600. It's probably best to choose a 600 because boom, even if like you have a week where you just miss advertisement or whatever, like your salon probably could, you know, keep you afloat. And the number one reason why people choose salon suites is privacy. Privacy is so important. And some people are just private, don't want to be a part of like the hustle and bustle of a salon. But truthfully, like sometimes you just gotta yeah, I think I'm coming down with a cold, so I'm sorry. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do until you don't have to do it no more, honestly. So now I went into a salon suite. I did not have everything figured out. I was kind of thrown into that situation because the salon I was at, they had changed the I was at a booth rental salon, open concept salon, and in my head I know this is my last day, last time doing this right here. So I was in the open space booth rental salon, and it just got to a point where it was time for me to, like, you know, when it's time for you to go, it was time for me to go. I started getting a lot of clients, and they started putting all these crazy rules, like you got to be out by 6. If you here after 6, it's extra $50. If you blink, it's extra 10. Each time you breathe, it's 1 cent. So I was just like, okay, it's time to go. Like, it pushed me and prepared me into a salon suite, and that salon suite actually prepared me to be a salon owner. So you kind of know when it's time to go. Like, you know when it's time to go. You know when it's time to transition. Now, when I got into my salon suite, I did have a high number of clientele, but I still had to work on my skill, which I did. I took classes at that point. When I was taking the classes in my first salon suite, I was like, dang, I miss being around people. Like, I missed it so bad. Cause I love people. I like being around people. I like talking to people. I like saying, hey girl. Like, I just love it. So I miss that so bad. But that's me. Like, a lot of people are not like that. They're like, I don't want the drama, But truthfully, a salon, it won't have drama if you just kind of like stay out the way. Like, be in the way, but stay out the way. You know, you don't have to give your opinion every time. I was opinionated, so I wasn't a little, but not nothing serious. Let me see. So anyway, so in my salon suite, I had to just learn how to do everything on my own, provide my own towels, toiletry, cleaning supplies, clean up behind myself, mop the floor, things that the salon owner did, I now did. So I felt like, okay, girl, like in my head, I kind of knew, like, girl, this kind of preparing you to be a salon owner. So, but that was after like about 7 years of being in the open salon concept. But while I was in the open salon concept, I learned so much from so many different people. Like, I literally know how to do microlinks, braids. I could do stitch braids. I could do a relaxer. I could do a keratin treatment, silk press. What else could do? Tape-ins. Like, I have learned so much from various stylists just working in the open salon, and that was cheaper than me paying for a bunch of individual classes, because there's a lot of skills out here in the hair industry. It's so much skills. Like, imagine me paying for tape-ins, microlinks, yada yada yada. Like, that's a lot of money. Like that, and that's, in my eyes, is crazy when you could just like you know, humble down, get in this salon, get in this open salon space or commission space, learn it as much as you can, and just get out the way to your next chapter. Like, and remember, when you are in the open salon space or whatever, you don't have to be there for as long as I was. You don't have to be there for 7 years. I just, honestly, at that time, I ain't had no other vision. Like, I never thought of myself as a salon owner for a period of time. I never thought of myself as a salon owner. I was just worried about learning. And that's when, just after a time period, I was like, you know what? I think I want my own salon. Even in school, they was like, you want your own salon one day? I used to be like, no. But, you know, I got one now. So, you know. But that's all. If you are a beginning stylist, please, if this is your first like rodeo with the hair field, go to an open concept salon. And you don't have to go to the first salon you see. Go to about 5 or 6 of them things. You understand me? Talk to 5, 6 salon owners, and you know, let the best salon owner win. You don't have to. Don't go to the first person you see. Don't go to somebody because they social media presence, because that be the gimmick right there. That social media presence, child, that be the gimmick. So just Make sure when you go in there, you're looking for a great environment, learning environment. See how many other stylists in there. Even if it's like 2 to 3, that's still good. Like they doing 2 to 3 other things that you probably don't do. And learn as much as you can. So this is my advice. If you are a beginning stylist, go to the open concept salon, and that's when, you know, just know you don't have to be there forever. And make sure y'all comment below whether what you chose when you first started out. Like I was an assistant when I started out, so I was in an open booth rental salon, and it was great. I paid off my first car and all. So let me know how y'all feel. I will talk to y'all later. I'm about to go to the salon right now. Another thing, these small braids are back in session. Like I see a lot of people like, I want my hair very small. If you want your hair braided by me, pay me my coins, and you can get it. You feel me? All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.